Have you ever wondered why people age? Why we don't just stay the same forever? Cellular aging can be explained by one small piece of DNA, the telomere. Now, what is a telomere? Think about it this way. At the end of your shoelace, there's a little plastic cap called an aglet. The aglet keeps shoelaces from unraveling and falling apart. Now imagine that the shoelace is a strand of pure DNA and the aglet is the telomere. Telomeres are long strands of non-coding DNA attached to the end of a coding strand of DNA. Its whole purpose is to keep the DNA strand intact and to prevent damage to it. However, telomeres do gradually shorten throughout a person's life. This happens due to the replication process. Each time a strand of DNA is replicated, a piece of the end gets lobbed off. By having that extra protection, the telomere is what gets shortened, rather than damaging the precious coding DNA. When DNA gets damaged, it can continue to replicate and cause a lot of problems. The body has evolved to have some protection for that. Once the telomere is too short to protect the DNA anymore, it triggers the growth arrest stage. This means it will stop replicating. When this stage is reached, it can sometimes trigger cell death, but there is some research suggesting that it may also trigger some age-related diseases. Now, it almost seems as though the secret to immortality may be hidden in preserving these telomeres, right? This isn't necessarily true. Telomeres are merely one part of why aging occurs, and it's actually really important to stop DNA replication eventually. If replication were allowed to continue forever, it can lead to cancer if the DNA becomes damaged. Now, here's where telomerase comes in. Telomerase is an enzyme that rebuilds telomeres after replication. It's incredibly active in stem cells and can even be found in some tumors. Stem cells must constantly replicate, so it makes sense that those telomeres need to be well kept in order to ensure the DNA lasts until cellular differentiation. Now, why is it active in some tumors? Tumors form when cells divide uncontrollably. Never-ending DNA replication can lead to that happening. Research suggests that if telomeres are never allowed to shorten because telomerase is in there just rebuilding and rebuilding, then the DNA will never reach the growth arrest stage, allowing damaged and mutated DNA to replicate uncontrollably until inevitably a tumor forms. There's a massive amount of research being done right now about how we can use telomeres and telomerase in curing and treating cancer. And who knows, maybe we'll discover the secret to immortality along the way.